It is Scotch for Dummies.
Scotch for Dummies.
We are here another night, another
Feels like
review. Gosh, I know it does.
You know what's cool?
This one kind of snuck up on us a little bit, right?
We've got enough reviews that you could binge watch us. Isn't that crazy?
I do sometimes.
I've never been.
100th review is coming up, man.
Makes my liver hurt.
Wow, 100th review.
100th review is coming up, and lots of good things in the
Already
pipeline.
passed.
Maybe. You're right.
That's a good point.
Good
They
point.
don't know.
We shoot multiple videos.
So tonight,
How long have we been sitting on this bottle tonight?
A long time. Every
Christmas.
time we're like, what are we drinking tonight?
I know, right?
This one never came up. But you know what? I really enjoyed the last one that we did from this distillery.
Which was
the Jura Own, which
Yeah.
is 16-year-old, good bottle of scotch. We learned at one of the whiskey expos that we went to that bottle may be going away. I hope not, because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. But tonight we've got the Origin, which is their 10-year-old expression. This one, they don't really do a whole lot. What do we know about this distillery?
so distillery originally, it's the only one on Isle of Jura, which is kind of between the mainland of Scotland and, for lack of a better word, and Islay. Built in 1810, ran for a while, eventually fell into ruin like many distilleries do.
Rinse, repeat.
And
Then somebody opened one right next door to it in the mid 1900s. Started bottling essentially in the late or early 70s with some 10-year-old stuff, and then they've grown since then. Four new stills, and they're killing it.
Didn't you say earlier that something special about this island? That's why they don't have
It's
many
mountainous and full
Infertile
of.
and
It's infertile and full of fog or something.
yeah, it's
Very small population. So basically, they make scotch, but you can't live there.
And what are the people called that live there?
Jurix.
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 Yeah. That's the Gaelic
I
name.
like to think of that as a great place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there.
Well, they do a big festival every year. Then they have a lot of people come in, tour the distillery, and check stuff out.
Yep.
But their claim to fame is like there's one road, one pub, one distillery. Like there's just not a whole lot on the island.
Shitter.
But I don't know. But I do know that I really enjoyed the 16-year that we tried. So this one is they have two others that are NAS.
But those are both peated.
These are both peated. So this is an unpeated scotch,
Right.
10 years old. It's the only other one that they put an age label on. The Jurix Own has a 16-year label on it. So it's 10 years old. Looks light. They talk about light and delicate with a honey finish. So I'm expecting a very clean scotch, basically.
It is a clean
10 years.
scotch so far.
And 10 years old, so
I can smell the malt in my hands.
we paid about just under $40 for this bottle. So it's an entry-level scotch.
That's not bad though for 10 years and.
So I'm getting some orange peel in there, I think.
Yeah.
Or like dried orange peel. It's kind of
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, and coffee even,
Yeah.
maybe a little hint of coffee.
Toffee/coffee.
It's got a nice aroma to it, though. I mean, it's a lighter, fruitier.
Yeah.
Style.
It's a freshy,
I'm getting
fresh, like lemon too. Is a tad of
Yeah,
I
I
get
let it open up
clover.
a little bit.
You get clover?
clover, not yet.
Like clover and honey.
No, I'm getting the honey out of it.
Mm-hmm. Honey, yep.
It's got a nice nose to it.
Maybe a hint of even green apple.
There's some that's
not a
like
bad
got a
call.
little bit of
Yeah,
sour.
that's
It
not a
could
bad
be a
call.
green apple or something.
So, they had said at the Whiskey Expo they were pretty certain that Jura Own was going away, and that's a 16-year-old bottle, which is disappointing because we really like that one. But they said that the distillery's leaning towards the way the industry's leaning, which is NAS.
Yep.
So they were going to be pulling the 16 off the shelf and replacing it with an NAS.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to try one of their peated
Sure.
varieties as
Sure.
well. But this has a nice.
It's lightening up, that's for sure.
What's the ABV? That legs on that?
43%.
Yeah,
43?
it's not that much.
It's really got great legs. It's
Wow,
oily.
this has got some taste to it, guys. It's definitely richer than the nose on
Yes.
the palate.
So I get
Not
oak
hot.
and malt, and that first blush over the tongue.
Yes, I agree. It's almost a richness of like black coffee too, a little bit. Not like strong, but just.
It's got a good mouthfeel to it.
It's got a great mouthfeel.
You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll be honest.
For a 10-year-old.
For a 10-year, I had low expectation here. I wasn't going to come in thinking I'm going to get blown away here, but initially, it's a little more than I think
Well,
I
it's set
expected.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it opens up, but it's not. I'm enjoying it so far.
It feels like it needs a few minutes to just kind of air out and open up and show us what
Yeah,
it's
boy, it
got,
tastes
to be
like-
honest with you.
I can taste
It feels
Yeah.
tight,
And dry.
like it's got more to offer, you know what I mean?
It's probably the water. Add a little water to that.
Add a little water and see what happens.
I'm gonna give it a minute.
Yeah.
We'll just see what's going on.
Nose is getting a little bit more, not as clean.
Lighter, right? It's dissipating. To me, the nose is going away. There's
It
not
definitely has that
harder
feel
to
of a
reach.
younger Scotch. It's got a little bit of rough around the edges kind of qualities to
Yeah.
it, but it's got a lot of good characteristics too that I am enjoying.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's-
just getting toffee now, not much of anything else. Like
See,
I
I'm getting a
was.
little bit of sulfur on the nose. You're not
honestly,
getting that?
I get a little bit of floral on the nose.
Really?
That's what I
Oh,
originally
yeah.
got.
I get clover and flowers, man. I'm telling you, and honey.
No, I'm not smelling sulfur. And
What?
usually, I'm sensitive as all get out to that, so I don't know what that means.
This
Well,
is
you know, it's
interesting.
interesting because when I go in with both nostrils, I smell the sulfur, but when I turn my nose, maybe there's some sulfur in the end of my nose or something. Oh yeah, there's the oak. That's coming out.
You know, I.
Put
yeah.
water in it.
No, not yet.
It's interesting.
What?
Well, it's the palate. The palate's good, but the finish is something off-putting for me a little bit. It's almost too wood or
Too
something.
oaky.
There's a lot of
Too
oak.
oaky. I know that.
I wish we knew. Does it say what their casking process is for this?
No, I don't remember seeing it, to be honest with you.
All right, so we should have done more research. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Don't be shy. That's good.
You can handle it.
You good?
This is a 43.
43% ABV, so that's not too bad. Light and delicate with warming honey. We'll see.
So around $40, right? Is that what you said?
$43 or something like that. So
The water brought out some of the malt, but it's still got some of those rough edges to it.
Oh, there's
10-year-old.
boy, that water to me brought out more floral. Gosh dang
Really?
it! It just smells
It
like a
hasn't
field
changed
of
the smell
flowers
for
to
me.
me.
Pretty much the same.
I get the flowers. I like
Yeah.
the flowers.
Now, I added a fair amount of water, and it brings that maltiness that I really kind of like. It's
I like the maltiness, not so much the overbearing oakiness.
the
I like
oaky,
a
the
little
oaky
bit
that
of
finishes
oaky
like
but
that.
I don't like that finish as much. Now, if it finished malty, I think I'd be a little more happy with it. But we'll see what this water does for a second.
Not a whole lot. For me.
No, it doesn't change it much.
No,
Wow, that's quite nice.
I thought that it would bring out more of the malt notes.
$43.
I would say that, I want to go. You guys ready?
Yeah,
I'll
you're
go
up, my
next. We'll go
friend.
backwards.
Well, you can go first then. How about that? I don't want to go backwards.
He always goes first. then he second guesses
I
himself.
know, then he's like, well, I want to go last.
Oh,
then I'm
All right,
gonna
so I'm
do
going to go first this time because I've been complaining about going last
Shoot.
all the time. All right. So this is between a 1.5 and 2 for me. So let me talk through this while you guys go. And
All
then let me talk through this and we'll come up with an answer. So nose, floral, honey, sweetness, initial rush on the palate. I get the oak and the malt coming out. Finishing more oak. Add water. Doesn't change much. I think it smooths the initial palate to me. Takes a little bit of the oak out, but then you get the oak in the finish. So while those tastes, it's not very complex. It's sort of one-dimensional in my view. I'm going to go with 1.5. I think on this because the price is great, but for the same price you can get better scotches. So that's why 1.5 is one of those where I would enjoy it on the bar, but I probably wouldn't unless it was on a good sale. On a good sale, I'd definitely buy it again. At $40+, maybe not. So that's where I'm going to give it a 1.5. It's kind of a middle
No
road.
surprise. You're
Yeah.
shocking me there.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Yeah, man.
I'll say that, I like Jura. I like the Jura's own, and I think that Jura's one of those scotches you got to try it. It's pretty good. And for $40, I mean, let's be honest, that's not that much for a decent scotch for 10 years, right? So really, it comes down to taste and what you're going to get out of it. The nose really doesn't have a whole lot going on. I got the little bit of floral originally, and then toffee and vanilla, maybe hints of coffee even. But then you taste it. It's semi-sweet, and then it hits you with a really nice vanilla toffee taste, and then it kind of comes back into an original first taste, not so woody. It was like, okay, I like it. And then I put some, one more
it
sip, it
sounds
got a little
pretty complex to me.
stronger, and the water didn't really touch it much at all. And then, but really, for me, it's the finish. may like it if you like. I think you're gonna like it because of dark coffee. I'm not a big black coffee guy. I like creamy, and it's kind of creamy, but it's too strong on that wood finish. I'm with you on that piece.
Right.
So that's gonna knock it down for me on that. Overall, I think it's a decent buy, but I'm gonna go 1.5 as well.
All right. I enjoyed the nose. It had a nice floral nose on it. A little bit of honey. The taste with water and without was pretty. The water
So it
didn't
held
really.
pretty well.
Yeah, I mean it didn't really change
Yeah,
it much
water's
at all. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I was kind of hoping it would bring out a little bit more of that malty sweetness.
Yeah.
My main drawback is it tasted a little hot, a little rough around the edges. You know what I mean? Like it just needed a few more years in the
It's not
barrel.
all balanced.
You know, and the 16 year that we tried from them was excellent. I loved that Scotch. This one just feels a little bit like it's a little too young. Maybe a couple more years in the barrel. I enjoyed the finish actually. I get more green apple and honey and clover. It wasn't a bad Scotch, but I think Andrew's probably right. You know, there are other Scotches that I think I would probably buy in that price range instead of this one. Worth trying though, I think. I'm going to give it a 1.5 as well. I think that's
Okay.
This
I
is our
waffle
entry
between
level
1.5
too,
and a
isn't
3.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is our entry level, and I think I'm going to catch some crap for it, but I don't mean disrespect on the bottle for it. I'm going to talk my way through it. So, you know,
Normally do.
I enjoyed the initial nose. I thought was really interesting. I got that toffee. I smelled some coffee in there. I smelled a little green apple. It was pleasant. There was a lot going on. I was like, ooh, this is going to have a lot to offer. Initial taste, didn't really follow what I smelled. Which that's good and bad. I'm gonna knock it on this point because I didn't really care for the aftertaste. So the follow through, way too much oak for me. I mean, I don't want to say off-putting, just not my style. It's not what I like. So I put the water on it, and initially it brought out more floral on the nose, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and it smelled really pleasant. I let it sit there for a couple minutes, and while you guys were all talking, and now all I smell is that sulfur. It brings the sulfur,
Yeah, he's got the
that rubber.
See, I told ya.
And so, and then continually with the water on the palate, I still just get a softer oak. And it's almost like it's so young. It had a lot up front, but it's not old enough to carry it. It lost it.
It's almost like it's confused right
Yeah, it's
now.
like, hey, look what I got,
Yeah,
and then
maybe
it
It's an
fades
awkward
away.
teenager. It's an awkward preteen. You know?
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm gonna
It's
give
got
it.
one trick.
I'm gonna give it a 1, and I don't mean a 1 as in don't ever try this. Heck, and you know what? This bottle will get drunk here, and I will enjoy every glass I have of it. I don't think I'll purchase this particular bottle if I run across the Jura Zone. Absolutely. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not knocking the distillery at all. This is their entry level.
And you know what?
bottle.
I'd still like
And
to try
it's-
one of their peated
Oh,
experiments.
absolutely. I want to try the
You know,
we're gonna
prophecy.
do that.
Absolutely, we will.
So it's just I'm not really fond of this one right now. So especially if you give me $45, there's a couple bottles out there that I know I'm gonna really enjoy. So I'm giving it a 1, guys. and that's-
1.375.
What's this guy? 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1. All right, well, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the
Yes.
like button right now if you
Absolutely.
can. Subscribe.
Jura Origin 10.
Every Thursday night, by the way, catch our live show.
Don't forget
Yeah.
to check us out on Patreon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we will be going live on
Yep.
that soon too. So,
Yep. Appreciate it,
guys, another
Yeah,
good review.
absolutely.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
watching,
watching,
guys.
lunch.
And thanks for the comments. Love
Sure.
them. I hope
Keep 'em coming.
Keep them coming. I hope
We try
keep
to
it up.
answer them all, right?
We do try, man. We really do.
Yep.
Cheers.